seem so irrelevant. So this is a very, very, very goofy tweet from somebody from Skip, from a very prominent analyst of sports in general, Skip Bayless. And we've honestly seen people get fired for less. And Skip Bayless' quote tweet is very, very insensitive to what's going on. And we could tell. So it was at 6:30, so that's his time. So that was about 9:30. So yeah, he had some time. He had a little bit of time to think on this, and this is still what he came up with. Granted, Raj said that he clarified his tweets, but it's pretty clear that you didn't care or give 2 cents about what was going on with the brother who had collapsed, in Mr. Hamlin. And like I said, people get fired for less, and also get fired for less, and also just being insensitive for stuff they did a long time ago. This is insensitive and very current, very, 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 very current. And I'm sure we'll get some goofy apology from him tomorrow, because we know that ESPN is not going to. I'm sorry, not ESPN. Excuse me. Fox is not going to probably do any disciplinary actions. But we kind of already knew this from Skip Bayless, that he ain't all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's almost like we're not totally surprised, because he can be very narrow-minded with certain things. But just this was the timing of it, and all of what was going on was very, very sensitive, and like, why go there? Like, this was one of those don't send messages. I don't know who his PR team is, who's on his PR team, who is his PR team, or if he even has one. But if I was on his PR team or the head of his PR team, I'd be cussing him out right now. Cause like, bro, what are you doing? This brother might not make it. And you talking about continuing a football game, which makes it seem like you're about football over people. And it's life over football always. It's people over football always, man. Like I was explaining before, we only have a short amount of time to be a child, and we only have a short amount of time to be in whatever profession we choose to go into. And then we have the rest of our lives. And football, the average years in that profession is what, 4 years? You know what I'm saying? So you got childhood, you got college, you got pros, and then you got the rest of your life. Nothing you do in any of those facets of life should negatively affect the rest of your life. This brother was 24 years old, playing the game that he loves. And that traumatic experience is in the minds of everybody. His teammates, the Bengals, the fans, coaching staff, viewers. There was no way that we could have continued playing this game. The ambulance came on the field. They were doing CPR. I have never seen CPR being administered on a football field. And mind you, I played football for a couple years. Never. So, for Skip Bayless to come out his mouth to come out his head, his mouth, and his fingers to speak this and come up with this thought and type it is absolutely absurd. And there should absolutely be some disciplinary actions for his insensitive comments. Now, Fox, I don't know. I don't know if they're going. I don't think they're going to do anything, but who knows? They might pull a fast one and actually do something. Maybe suspend him or something. But what I don't want to hear is him apologize on air tomorrow. Because I'm like, that's how you felt, bro. You don't really care. You don't really care about the players or any of that mess, and it is absolutely sad. Like it's terrible, absolutely terrible, and something should absolutely happen. And people have been killing him on that tweet. It had over 56 million views. Yes, I mean I don't know what else to say. Just that was very, very tasteless from somebody who, and you know what? Now I think about it, I don't think I can say I expect more from him. I just expect him to be a little bit more sensitive because every time we talk about the Cowboys and Tom Brady, he speaks hot, he speaks with a very sensitive tune. But when we're talking about somebody's life being, somebody being in a life or death situation, he's talking about the negative effects it could be on the football schedule. It's not the same. It's not even. Forget all that mess. We need to cancel this game, and they figure it out whenever they figure it out. But this young brother's life is basically in the balance, and he needs our prayer. His family needs our prayer and well wishes and positive vibes. Not you talking about this may mess up, the ending of an NFL season. Poor taste, absolute poor taste, and I hope Shannon has a conversation with him, and I hope Fox Sports and whoever has a conversation with him. Like, yo, that was absolutely absurd, and you may need some time off.
You got the other tweet, Byron.
I can probably pull it up real quick. Give me 1 second, y'all. You can continue, Commentator. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it up real quick.
I'm interested to see his how he chose to clarify it. I'm about to jump on.
Give me 30 seconds.
Oh no, that's cool. That's cool.
Just trying to.
But yeah, very, very sensitive. And I tell you right now, we all know if this was a brother, he'd be fired now. He would absolutely be fired now.
I got you. 1 second.
Okay. Yep. Here it is.
Pull it up for you.
But yeah. Hate it. Absolutely hate it. And as Byron is pulling up the tweet. Okay. Yep. And here's his follow-up tweet. Maybe about an hour or so later. A little bit less than an hour. Skip Bayless, and I quote, "Nothing is more important than that young man's health. That was the point of my last tweet. I'm sorry if that was misunderstood, but his health is all that matters. Again, everything else is irrelevant. I prayed for him and will continue. And will continue to." I don't feel like it was. I don't feel like, now granted, we could misunderstand and we could misinterpret some things, but that doesn't line up. That absolutely does not line up. And thanks, Paul. That does not line up. I don't think he didn't say. If I go right back to his last tweet.
Can we go to the last tweet?
Sorry, Byron, to go back and forth like this, but I don't think he said anything about him in the last tweet.
Because how?
No doubt. This late again. He said nothing about the brother. He said nothing about Mr. Hamlin. Like, how do we misunderstand that? How do we misinterpret that? You said nothing about him. You said nothing about him, his life, this being irrelevant. You talked about which seems really it seems so irrelevant. You're talking about the game. You didn't say nothing about Hamlin. You didn't say nothing about Demar Hamlin. Like, how did we misinterpret that? How do we misunderstand? No, you shouldn't have tweeted it. So yeah, you just made it 10 times worse. Now he something needs to happen. Some type of disciplinary action needs to happen.
Sometimes you just need to hit the delete button and then don't say nothing else.
Bro, yeah, because
Yeah,
you did not help
because like you
yourself
said,
at all.
he's going to end up apologizing tomorrow on air if they let him back on, and then it's going to get washed. And it's like, no, bro. Like what you said, that has nothing to do with the man's health. You up there talking about the game more so than his health, and then the next statement saying I was misunderstood. No, you weren't. Like you said, Cravante, you said what you said, you meant what you said, and then the fact that you didn't delete it, which speaks to privilege right then. Um, you know what? I mean, that's what I'll say about that. But the insensitivity and uh, talking about money and the importance of the game when this isn't your money, this isn't your league. So why are you so concerned about that over the health and safety over over Demar Hamlin? Like that should be of the most importance right then and there. If the team is not concerned with the game, why are you?
And trust me, it's not going to get washed. There's a lot of celebrities that came out tonight and crucified him, destroyed him. Isaiah Thomas being one of them. Des Bryant being another one. Of course, Terrell Owens being one of them.
Oh yeah,
you know how him and T.O.
T.O. waiting. He waiting.
A lot of people is on Skip's head right now. So
I saw Darrell Reeves. Reeves.
Yeah, Darrell Reeves was another one as well. I don't know what's going to happen to him tomorrow, but I think he will get suspended. Now, will he get fired? I have no idea.
No, they ain't gonna fire him.
But yeah, something's going to happen.
They need to after that comment he said about about Shannon, but there's this right here.
It's more personal than Shannon.
I think him and the CEO of Fox Sports is real tight too. Hence why he got so much power, and he is pretty much Fox Sports with far as their TV shows. So it's kind of a put his foot in his mouth type of thing. So might be a little slap on the wrist. I doubt he gets suspended. Like you said, he'll probably get an apology tomorrow, and then that's probably it is what it is.
Yeah. Well, that's my
I'm trying to find some of these comments that y'all talking about that like T.O. said and whatnot. I'm curious about what T.O. said to him.
Yeah, if you find
that thing was viewed. Oh no, that was the last one. But he had 50. I saw 56 views on his on the original one. But and then that was viewed 10 million, if I'm not mistaken. So that was pretty quickly. But I'll wrap this up. So those are my goofies of the week. Obviously, Skip Bayless had his very, very insensitive comments, and our goofy New Year's Eve fiasco that was going on. But y'all know my line. There's a thin line between goofy and great, and it was like Skip Bayless and us. we were all on the wrong end of it. Guys,
there you go, Dre.
Gosh, something wrong here.
Thanks, Goofy. Happy New Year to you as well.
Oh man.
You just shot for this tweet. You really think the game holds more weight than this young man's life? Yeah, wrong. He is.
He is.
Yes, he is.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a terrible way to start 2023 after a crazy 2022 to say the least. But yeah, we'll keep you guys posted. We may have to clip this whole segment and put it out for those who do want to see it. But
don't worry, I'll clip it.
My man.
Shout out to Raj, man.
Uncle Raj, man, appreciate you.
Yeah,
it is.
All the social media greatness this year, especially on the YouTube airways, trying different things and making us stand out. So we appreciate that as well. And we'll keep you guys posted, which should be a very, very interesting week of just sports, because what happens now with the schedule, what happens now with the Ravens game, what happens now with Demar Hamlin in the next 24 hours. So we shall indeed see about that. Drizzy Dre, next week.